There's a Jamaican folktale called Mother Calby, and it's kind of like Cinderella, except it has talking plants, probably a witch, and axemen chasing a beautiful girl. A girl named Phoeba is described as being as beautiful and kind as her stepfamily is evil and ugly. One day, Phoeba and her stepsister Beniba are given the task of picking peas out in the field, but Beniba is given the bountiful side, while Phoeba is given the one that's more barren and barely has any peas to pick. This causes Beniba to be rewarded for her harvest with a gold chain necklace, while Phoeba is punished by being thrown down a well. But rather than waiting for her family to actually come and get her, she decides she's going to explore a tunnel at the bottom of the well. She comes across talking plants and a talking cow that she helps with their struggles, not treading on the grass, not knocking over the brambles, unburdening the mango tree, and milking the cow so that it doesn't have so much milk stuck inside its body anymore. At the end, she comes to an old cottage that is owned by an elderly woman named Mother Calby. Phoebe, being the kind soul that she is, offers to help Mother Calby and is sent to go get water and fill the water basket, but the basket has holes. So she listens to a turtle that advises her to put plantain leaves in the bottom of the basket, and then she's able to fill it with water and bring it back to the old woman. She's then tasked with cooking ham and rice, and she chooses to make this from a ham bone and a grain of rice. But it magically ends up filling the pot so much that she finally gets her fill of food and has enough left over to feed the black cat that lives with Mother Calby. At this point, Mother Calby claims that Phoeba is too clever to stay there and sends her away with a gourd of her choice. And Phoeba chooses the smallest and ugliest of the gourds. But I guess Mother Calby changes her mind because immediately after Phoeba leaves, she sends her Axeman minions to go bring Phoeba back to the cottage. But catching her won't be that easy. Every time they get close to being able to apprehend her, she is hidden by the cow, she's hidden by the mango tree, she's hidden by the brambles in the grass that she helped in the past, who grow in order to shield her from her pursuers. Eventually, the Axemen give up, and Phoeba climbs out of the well and then opens her gourd to see what's inside. Beautiful clothes, shoes, and jewels pop out, and Phoeba immediately puts them on. It just so happens the king of the island is passing by and decides that she's the most beautiful girl he's ever seen, and he takes her as his bride. Wanting as good fortune as Phoeba, the stepmother sends Beniba down the same well in order to get a gourd that will give them as much riches as she has. But Beniba does the opposite of Phoeba, and it kind of backfires. She doesn't really help any of the animals or plants she comes across, and she ends up kind of pissing off Mother Calby. And so Beniba's gourd is filled with bugs, snakes, and lizards that cover her and her mother. And Phoeba lives happily ever after. I hope you enjoyed this folktale. Let me know down in the comments below what Caribbean island I should do a story from next.